issue as uncomplicated as I can, and I doubt if that's possible. First of all, I'd like to just make an observation. Mr. Dugan and Mr. Gruenberg, at one point during our panel, because I've been here the entire time, I saw you folding your arms. Now, I know that you're not sending any body language issues or anything. You're probably just making yourselves comfortable, right? I want to tell you a story of somebody that, if in my district, the nicest man in the world, a banker, he was there with an examiner sitting there just folding his arms because he was comfortable. The examiner sitting there across from him demanded that he stop being on the defensive and unfold his arms. Now, come on, they just demanded that he unfold his arms. Well, that's not something I think is their job to say. And that's just kind of what's happening. I also heard during this that you have absolutely no discretion, that you're pretty much, your hands are tied. But yet, I'm also hearing that everything that your examiners and your regulators doing is all subjective. It's not objective. Everybody wants to blame somebody else, and we're here because we have got to stop blaming other people, because we want to come out of this. The stories I hear as I cover my 8 counties in my district are all the same. I don't care if it's the rural, the urban, or the ex-urban. The bankers want to help our small businesses. The small businesses have never missed a payment. They're doing everything they can. They are good people in their communities, but their lines of credits are being pulled, and they're having to go find credit somewhere else, and they can't. And these are people who want to invest in their companies. Most of them have made a profit, and now they're going to have to shut their doors because they can't even find a way to completely pay their bills or their employees. So we're sending these double messages that we want our companies to invest, we want our local banks to lend, and no, we're not doing anything. So then we want to talk about the fact that we're helping our SBA, our Small Business Administration, loan more. Well, our banks don't want to work with the Small Business Administration because of the paperwork. So we say that we're fixing the paperwork. But then my bankers say that it takes 4, 5, 6 months to get a loan, and who wants to wait that long for a loan? Now, it doesn't matter if any of this stuff is true. If it's perception, it becomes reality. So what I'm looking for here is flexibility. Again, I hear there is no flexibility. Everybody's hands are tied. So, okay, you don't have flexibility. Tell us, what can we do? This is ridiculous. If we are American and we want to invest in our companies, we want to recover, we are right there. Tell us, help us, how we can recover, how we can provide our banks, our small businesses, with some flexibility that is not tied up in all this bureaucracy. I may be new, I'm in my first term, but I'm more common sense. I just want to do it. I want to tell my small businesses, you can invest, that we're going to help you with your loans. And I want to tell my bankers, you weren't the problem. You didn't cause this problem. And I want to tell all of you, please help us through this. Because we are the ones that are on the ballot. We are the ones that are out there listening to our constituents morning, noon, and night. But yet, we're having to deal with this bureaucracy everywhere we go. So the only thing I want to do is maybe, I don't know if it's Mr. Duke, Mr. Gruenberg, but who can help us? Where can we find the flexibility? And where can the 3 of you groups work together so that we can make this all work? Otherwise, you're going to put businesses out of business. There are going to be more people out there looking for health care because they're not going to have a job. And they're going to be strapped to the roles of government. So we've got to do something. And please, if there's anybody there that can help me with a little of this common sense that we need. I don't know who wants to start.
May I, please?
Yes, please.
Let's assume that the businesses want to borrow, the banks want to lend, and the regulators want to make sure that the banks are lending responsibly and have adequate capital to support their lending.
Mm-hmm.
We can solve all 3 if Congress will approve and increase this new capital fund so that we can provide this capital to banks so that they can increase their capital base dramatically. I think, without being presumptive of my colleagues who are the regulators at this table, that should make regulators more comfortable about the strength of the banks, and they'll be able to lend more. I think we have to act quickly, and I think that it's important that leaders in Washington, in the governor's offices, and the mayors make the point to the banks that they should look carefully at taking this capital and fulfilling their responsibilities to their communities by lending.
Time is expired.